Good afternoon, everybody. This is Alan with D9J Sports. We're right back at you with another show. Hope everybody's doing okay out there this evening. We got a good one lined up for you today. So as promised, we're going to go back and we're going to do our conclusion of the breakdown of the Tyler Chapel Hill Bulldogs versus the Jasper Bulldogs, which is just days away. So before we start, you know what I'm going to need you to do. I'm going to need you to hit that like. I'm going to need you to hit that subscribe button. Tell everybody about the channel. If you see me around town, tell me what you think about it. Tell me what you think about my breakdown of what's going on. So if you watched the first two videos, you already know we've already talked about the two programs, Tyler Chapel Hill Bulldogs. We've talked about the Jasper Bulldogs. We've also talked about both of the coaches and the coaching staffs. We've also broke down the kids. And I'm still amazed by some of the size of the kids who will be there on the field that will be participating in this big time showdown Friday night. We also went in depth about some of the game plans and some of the strategies that, just my personal opinion, I think that we should use, and some of them that I think Tyler Chapel Hill should use. Once again, I just want to see a very good, crisp football game, and everybody, including the band members, all the fans, all the student athletes, all of the 7th graders, 8th graders, junior varsity players, administration from both teams. I just want to see everybody have a good time, because something that we've been longing for, football season is back. And now that it's back, let's have us a good time. So since we've said all of that and you've hit that like and subscribe button, this is my final breakdown. And I hope that it doesn't rub some people the wrong way. Really don't care whether it really rubs some people the wrong way, because I think that it's something that is long overdue and it needs to be said. And this just doesn't revolve around just these two particular programs. It's all about all over the country, all about high school football, and that's what we're about. And this goes to everybody, high school, junior varsity, and everybody. So we know that the game is quickly approaching. This one right here goes out to the fans of both teams. The question I have is, if you buy a ticket to the game, does that give you the right to openly, at the top of your lungs, scream down to the field using vulgarity towards either one of the coaches? My answer is an emphatic, and I do mean emphatic no. First, the kids follow and take on the personality of their head coach. When you openly display your disdain for the coach, you plant a seed in the kid's mind about the coach, and this seed will grow and lead to a negative impact in the kid's relationship with the kid. Oh, not when things are going great, not when he or she is scoring touchdowns or making tackles or picking interceptions off or kicking long field goals, etc. But when the rubber hits the road, when things go bad and that coach has to get on to that particular player, that's when that seed is going to sprout up, because the kid is heard it from an adult. That's really not what we want to happen. Now, as I move on, I want to tell you that I generally find that this comes from individuals that did not graduate or did not play for that particular team. And it's not just Jasper and Tyler Hill. I mean, Tyler, it's just not those two programs. It's all over the place. But like I said, I generally find that these individuals did not graduate or participate for each one of these teams, or never coach football, or definitely are not qualified to be a coach. Now, do I agree that all the coaches' decisions? Yeah, well, I don't. Nobody does. But if I have a problem with his decisions, I would discuss this within my inner circle. I will. I would discuss it with my inner circle, and I definitely will not ever, ever, ever do it in front of any student athletes. The clearest example I can give you of this is, and how twisted it become, is the following. Some of the greatest, and I do mean greatest, players in the history of that school, whichever school it may be, their opinions have been put on the back burner, overshadowed by individuals, like I stated above, who never played for the school or are not qualified to be a coach. These players who put in the blood, sweat, and tears for the school really don't understand how this has happened. But that's the type of society that we live in today. Now, be assured that the school boards of each participating school have hired these coaches. They've hired these coaches and entrusted them to do what they know or what they hope is in the best interest of the school, the team, and most importantly, the student athlete. We see so many times that this continues to happen. You see it on the news over and over again. It happens at Pee Wee football. It happens at high school football. It happens all over, and it needs to stop. Well, when the kids see so much bad behavior from the parents, the people who are supposed to be being the adults, then what do you think is going to happen with the kid? That's where they get it from, isn't it? Isn't that what we say? You're supposed to act like you're trained at home? Or when you send the child out, that's the way they're supposed to act? Well, yeah, that's where they get it from. So as adults and parents and fans, we have a responsibility to ensure that we provide the best possible experience for all student athletes, whether it be football players, basketball players, all student athletes. In closing on this topic, I want to tell you that every experience, good or bad, will have an everlasting impact on a young person's life. An everlasting impact on a young person's life. Do we want those to be negative, impactful things? No, we don't. We want them to be positive things. Because remember, there are young student athletes who in the blink of an eye will be out on their own in this big old world. And as we know, things have changed. Most times they've changed for the better. So when we send those kids out, we want them to have the best possible experience. Friday night's football game between the Jasper Bulldogs and Tyler Chapel Hill is an opportunity for the parents. It's an opportunity for the parents and the fans to celebrate those children, celebrate those coaches, because they're putting in the work. If you've ever coached, you know how much it is to put in a game plan. You know how much it is, how much work that those young individuals have put in, whether it be the players, whether it be the coaches, whether it be the trainers, whether it be the band members. Everybody's putting in a lot of work. And you as a parent, you put in a lot of work too. All those days when you have to leave work and go pick your kid up. All those days when you didn't feel like it, but you still knew, I may need to get out there with my kid and throw the football or show him how to block, show him how to tackle, show him how to kick the football. So you've put in a lot of work too. Don't you deserve the right to go watch your son participate and give it all he can give? No, you're not going to win them all. You're not going to win them all. I can't tell you that many teams that always win them all. There's a few in high school football that luckily makes it through and wins them all. Doesn't happen that often. So in closing, hopefully we, as parents, fans, and citizens of Tyler Chapel Hill and the Jasper Bulldogs also can put a show on that will be well represented all over this great nation and all over this great state that we live in. Finally, I'm gonna pick a winner, and I know that I'm not gonna be wrong. Tyler Chapel Hill Bulldogs versus the Jasper Bulldogs. The winner will be a Bulldog. Till next time, this is Alan with D9J Sports. Definitely out.